Highlights of the policy. What are insurable equipments? What are the equipments which can be covered? These all electronic, computer, medical, biomedical, microprocessor, audio-visual equipments like your cameras and all that. Then system software, including the system software. Please understand, system softwares are automatically covered, which are provided by the manufacturer. Okay, may be covered. The term equipment shall mean entire computer system consisting of your CPU, keyboard, monitor, printer, stabilizers, UPS system, and system software. So this complete set can be insured, not in pieces. If you are insuring your desktop, your personal computer, you have to insure the entire equipment, including your system software. Now, these are the excluded items, equipments, which are not supposed to be covered under electronic equipment policy, like notebook, laptop, your sonography machines. Sonography machines are specifically declared as excluded machinery in the electronic equipment tariff. Maybe, I don't know the reason. Maybe it works on your your waves, I don't know what is the reason of exclusion, but it is there, very much there in the policy. And that is why I have highlighted. Then softwares other than system softwares. So additional softwares, if you download on your system, they are not paid, they are not covered. But other than these, your built-in, your system softwares, they will be covered. Now, what are the other requirements? It is again a specified equipment policy, nameplate details are required. And this policy can be taken only after successful commissioning, successful installation, and taken into operational. So these operational policies, since they are operational covers, the cover starts once the machinery has taken into operation. During the course of installation, during the course of testing, during the course of transit, this policy will not cover any loss. It will start, your coverage will start only after the machinery is successfully tested and commissioned. Now, equipment must be installed within the premises. These mobile equipments, why in the previous slide, you must have seen these things, your portable electronic equipments, they cannot be covered. Notebook and laptop and all these. Why? This will be covered under a separate policy within all risk insurance policies of the insurance company, but not under electronic equipment policy. Cover starts only after the equipment is installed. Specific equipment, nameplate details have to be there. Then liability of the company, again the same condition. Please note, I have highlighted these conditions. Shall not exceed in the aggregate in any one period of insurance the sum insured set against such item. In aggregate is very important. That means you are not supposed to pay more than what has been written against that particular equipment as sum insured. Okay. Again, this policy is on all risk basis, subject to named exclusions, and this is a much wider cover in comparison to MBD. Electronic equipment policy is, in real sense, it is all risk cover. The exclusions are less in comparison to MBD. Okay. And if you see the preamble of the policy, it covers accidental, electrical or mechanical breakdown while at work, rest, all these things. And whatever causes, all causes, everything is covered. In MBD, these were excluded, but here it is covered. Theft, burglary, smoke, soot damage, corrosive gases, all these things are covered. It is, in real sense, it is all risk cover. Damage due to failure of air conditioning system. Some of the equipments, they require proper cooling. So by any chance, because of any reason, if because of failure of air conditioning system, there is a breakdown in the electronic equipment, that is also paid. Short circuiting and other electrical causes, paid. Faulty operations, lack of skill, but again, willful negligence is again not covered. No policy covers that. But lack of skill of the operator. Now you are operating a very highly machinery where computerized controls are there, and by mistake the operator presses a wrong button. This is lack of skill. You can't deny the claim unless it is found to be intentional. Okay. Faulty operations. Now, this is a provision which says, since in case you also have the fire policy, then if you exclude fire perils, then a discount of 10% can be allowed. This is a tariff provision which is not being used, because even without this, you are getting 95 to 97% or 99% discount on these equipments, because they are still under D-tariff scenario. So this provision is rarely used. It was, in real sense, it was used during tariff days. Okay. Now these are the exclusions: exchangeable tools, aesthetic defects such as scratches on painted surface. These things are not covered. There is no breakdown. Wear and tear item, gradual deterioration due to atmospheric condition, not paid. Fault defect at the time of taking the policy, at par with MBD. Loss or damage for which manufacturer is responsible, same at par with MBD. Cessation of work, whether total or partial. So if the work is stopped during, due to that, due to stoppage of the work at the insured premises, if there is a breakdown of machinery, not paid. Willful act and willful negligence, as I said, not paid. Then these are common exclusions: civil commotion, act of enemy, nuclear, willful act, items falling under maintenance agreement. So whatever is supposed to be, or manufacturer's warranty. Okay. So during maintenance agreement, why do we say maintenance agreement? This is one of the requirement of electronic equipment policy, that other than personal computers, all electronic equipments, annual maintenance agreement has to be in force. Now it is up to the insurance company. If you want to waive that this condition, you can do it. But the tariff says, policy condition says that it is the requirement that your maintenance agreement should be in force, other than personal computers. Okay. And no alteration should be made without the prior consent of the insurance company. That is also very, very important condition. You can't alter the terms of the maintenance during the course of policy. Once the policy is given, you can't touch the maintenance agreement. Sum insured should be new. Replacement value, as I told you, in all operational policies, identification details have to be given. Without these details, no policy can be given. You can't take the policy without giving nameplate details. Annual maintenance warranty, except for personal computer, I have already told, it is must. Fire and allied perils can be excluded, I have already explained. Then provision 1, sum insured. Sum insured says that current replacement value of the property of same kind and same capacity, and then your replacement cost must include your freight, dues, custom duties, and your erection cost. If you don't include at the time of claim, you will not get reimbursement of these expenses. It should also include your system software. Now, it is not compulsory. Please understand. If you don't want to insure, it's okay. It is up to you. But system software can be insured if you wish. Now, basis of indemnity, again, two things. If it is repairable, means repair is possible, then company will pay the repair cost plus your freight, custom duty, and all that. And depreciation, no depreciation except for limited life component. Salvage will be taken into account. So it is now terms and conditions are similar to MBD. Now this is an important warranty which was not there under MBD. What is this warranty? Annual maintenance agreement has to be there, other than for personal computers. It should be in force, and this no alteration, variation in terms should be made without the written consent of the company. I have already explained this in advance. Under insurance, if the sum insured declared is lower, then under insurance will apply. Okay. Lower than the replacement cost of the equipment at the time of loss, and the loss will be reduced proportionately. This is section 2. It is not there under MBD. Here in electronic equipment, there are 3 sections. First section is material damage. Okay. Own damage, you can say machinery, physical damage to machinery. Section 2 talks about external data media because we are talking of electronic equipment. So whatever data media, external, your other examples I'll explain in this. Okay. Company shall indemnify up to the indemnity limit. You have to choose separate sum insured for external data media if it is also damaged along with equipment. Okay. So indemnity limit is to be selected in the event of material damage to external data media, and these are the examples like your disk, tapes, magnetic drives. Okay, including the information stored therein caused by a peril not excluded in the policy. So equipment is one thing which is equipment which is covered. Then second is your external data media, which is external to this machinery. Your system software are covered under section 1, but your external equipments like your tapes, magnetic drives, disk, etc., they are external data media. If there is a damage arising out of a peril which is not excluded in the policy, electrical or mechanical breakdown, okay, so those losses are covered under section 2. These are the exclusions related to external data media. What it says, access as provided in policy. Now access again I have not discussed. Why? Because access, majority of the cases insurance companies are not following the policy access. And why they are not following? Because policy, your printed access on the policy is too old. And later on, when during the D-tariff regime, when the rates were reduced by 99%, then it was decided most of the company, 99% of the companies, they have jacked up the policy access. So each company is free to increase the policy access, and that is why I am not talking. At the time of issuance of the policy, you can, otherwise your normal MBD policy, it is given 1% of sum insured subject to minimum of 2,500. You can increase, you can make it 2% of your, not sum insured of the policy, not claim amount. Please understand. These access are linked with MBD policy, it is linked with sum insured. Okay. And that is why most of the clients, they try to reduce the sum insured by breaking apart into different pieces of the machinery, which is not allowed. Okay. By intentionally reducing the sum insured. Okay. You can do it to say, but it will attract under insurance. So one way you can save the access by reducing the sum, intentional reducing the sum insured. But other way is you will pay at the time under the name of under insurance. Okay. So excess I am not discussing because each company is free to apply excess. Now any cost which is coming from false programming, punching, labeling, and all these things, they are not. Discarding of data, media, from loss of information caused by magnetic fields. So these kind of losses are not paid, or consequential loss of any kind, it is not paid. So due to inadvertent cancelling of information, majority of the cases you will find loss of data due to inadvertent cancellation. By mistake, the stored information is erased or cancelled. That is wrong. Or you are doing some false programming. Because of that, there is a loss, not paid. It should be, there has to be breakdown of the machinery, then only those things are paid. Otherwise, this due to false programming, punching defects, inadvertent cancellation, all these reasons, causes are not covered for damage. Third section is again very important. 3 sections are there. What does it say? It says increased cost of working. That is also paid. Like your BI policy, I have explained in that workshop. Increased cost of working. Here also increased cost of working is payable under section 3, provided the insured has selected a specific sum insured of that. In 99% of the cases, people do not know. We don't sell. We don't tell the client, my dear sir, there are 3 sections. Majority of us are even not aware that there are 3 sections under electronic equipment policy. We think at par with MBD. Since MBD covers only breakdown, we think electronic equipment also covers only breakdown. But there are 2 more sections, and we can cover increased cost of working, which is very, very helpful in the event of a damage, physical damage to the electronic equipment, especially in IT industry where servers are damaged. Lot of information is stored therein. In that case, this increased cost of working will come handy to the client. Okay. Now, what it covers? It agrees to indemnify all additional cost, like your normal increased cost of working, which insured shall incur to ensure continuity data processing. So, to continue with the operations, if you incur some additional cost, by substituting the equipment, you might require another equipment, and for that hiring charges are to be paid. Say for example, one server is damaged, there is a breakdown, short circuit, or whatever reason it is. Now if you take substitute equipment on rent, so this rent becomes your additional cost. So this can be paid because you want to continue with the operations, you don't want your clients to suffer. Okay. Your business, your data centers, BPOs. Okay. So all these things, they can be paid. Increased cost can be paid. Now, important points I will discuss. Reinstatement of sum insured. So again, this policy, like your fire policy, after the loss, sum insured gets reduced automatically from the date of loss till expiry of the policy. Now, if you want to reinstate the sum insured, you pay additional premium. So this is what, same thing. After the loss, the policy sum insured shall be reduced, and it can be reinstated by a payment of additional premium from date of loss till expiry of the policy.